Alright, something's still playing in the background here. I got the loop going. Let me try to find the loop. Alright, there it is. Are you there? Can you hear me now?
I'm here. Are you here?
Up, yes, I am.
Up. Where am I?
Alright, welcome to both mics. Bueller.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me, Bueller?
Fantastic.
You're stuck.
Well, welcome to the show about nothing and everything. That is Mike Sofka. And that's a frozen mic.
All right, let me try to get you unfrozen here. Hang on.
How many mics does it take to lick a soda pop, lickety pop?
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Wow. Well, we're going to have that version of you. Let me line you up here, and we're going to go with it. We're going to go with that because that's what's available.
Right.
All right, let's try it again. Ready? Welcome to both mics.
This is a show about nothing and everything. That's Mike Sofka.
And that's Mike Taylor right there. And together, we are both mics.
Both mics. Welcome to show number
28. 28.
All right. Wow. Awesome. Both mics heard everywhere podcasts are heard. You'll hear us anywhere and everywhere you can find a podcast. Most importantly, twitch.tv/both mics. Subscribe, email, let us know that you're listening. So what's happening, Mr. Sofka?
Hit us up in the chat, too, by the way. We got a bunch of fun stuff happening. Check this out. Let me see if you see what that is.
Ooh, is that a sticker?
Yeah, it is.
Or is it a coaster?
Oh, it's a sticker.
Ooh, I'm impressed.
I got a bunch of them heading your way. And 6 weeks. 6 weeks for this.
6 weeks?
Yeah. Other like materials arrived in 4 days without any rush shipping or expedited rush delivery and this up until 2 weeks ago they were like, yeah, we're gonna get your order in here. So I'm like, Jesus, are you kidding me? So
right?
Yeah, well,
literally slow boat from China.
Let me have your phone number so I can discuss this with you over. Oh, we don't have a phone. Well, let me have a name. Oh, we don't give out names. All right.
Okay. Were they free?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah.
So
if they were free, then I could see, But I'm a paying customer.
Right, and I was trying it out. I was putting my toe in the water here to see what's going on. So here's the deal. I got a shit ton of them now. I guess they felt sorry for me. They sent me more than I ordered. I placed a small order to see how it would turn out. They're good. You put them on your car, put them on your back window, put them on your front window, put them on your friend's car window.
Right, or just go through a parking lot and just sticker them up.
Yeah, so here's what you do. You just get a hold of me. DM me, message me, Facebook, snail mail, Mike_Sofka at bothmics.com on the interwebs there. Find a way to get in touch with me. All you got to do is ask. I'm going to send you one.
Smoke snack? Yeah.
I'll send you 5. If you ask me for 5, I'll send you 5, okay? Just whatever. Just get a couple of these out there for us and get your friends listening, okay? All right, got that part out of the way.
Wonderful. Hey, look. We're live on Twitch.
Excellent. I was hoping to be live on Twitch one day.
And we have.
Yeah, hit us up in the chat. That's what we need to do. We need to get people hitting us up in the chat for a sticker.
Right.
All right. Yeah, let's get some people going in the chat. I tried to chat. Let me see. I'm gonna try one more time here. See how my skills are. See how I can't host the show and type at the same time.
Well, don't feel bad. I can't.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Look at the screen and talk at the same time. So.
Yeah, I'm trying over here. I don't know
so
what I see what the malfunction is.
User error.
Yes.
Almost didn't make it to the show tonight. Had a Taco Bell emergency. The 3-year-old insisted on Taco Bell for dinner, so we had to make it down there. And my one vice in life is soda. And I've tried my hardest to cut it out of my life because of the repercussions of acid and whatnot on your body with all the chemicals and whatnot and aspartame and blah, blah, blah. So soda doesn't taste like it used to. it's a little different tasting when I do have it. At Buc-ee's or a drive-through, and Taco Bell, which used to be a PepsiCo company. Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC were I don't know if they still are Pepsi companies. So whether or not they still serve Pepsi products. So I got myself a Diet Pepsi, no ice. I haven't had ice in my drink since I was 10 years old.
Right.
I've always
heard
with no ice, and people are like,
same
how
way.
can you stand? Yeah. I 10 minutes later, it's no longer soda. It's water down soda. So, took a sip of this, and it tastes like mop water.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I saw him pour it, so it's not like he did the old scoop in the urinal or anything.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, but it tastes like mop water. You know how it has that Pine Sol, Mr. Clean dirt smell?
Yes.
That's how my Diet Pepsi tastes.
Nice. And you're still drinking it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dumber than I look.
You didn't ask for a new one or anything, or you already too long and gone?
Yeah. Well, this is my second one. I always do the refill thing.
Oh! So the mop water was so good, you went back for a second one.
I went back because it was free.
Nice.
And what's the slogan?
If it's free, it's for me.
It's for me. There you go.
By the way,
ding, ding.
I want to clear something up right away.
Uh-oh.
You know the thing we've been calling our rules?
Yeah.
They're no longer called our rules.
Oh.
They're called Mike-isms.
Mike-isms. Oh, I had a Mike-ism the other night.
Yes. So I'm sure this will work out to be pretty funny.
It would have been better if my wife was there, but
exactly.
Hey now.
Hey, let's just review. Let's get it out of the way. If there's somebody new here, tell everybody what the Mike-isms are so far. We're building this list.
I have on one side of this page, I have our intro, just in case I freeze up and can't think of anything. I can read it off this blue piece of paper that I'm holding. And on the other side is the Mike-isms on this other side of blue piece of paper. There. So I do have them. Number one, everything is fake.
Correct, sir. You are correct.
Do we really mean everything?
Every single thing, sir. There's not much. There may be one or two things on an individual basis which are considered true and or valid, but at the same time, everything's fake. It's all fake.
My friendship and love for you is not fake.
Well, see, there you go. And of course, he's talking to you, our raving one fan who's probably listening. Maybe. We hope.
Somewhere down the line, when we're at episode 200 and we have thousands and thousands of fans, and they go back and they listen to these pilot episodes. We'll call them pilot episodes. The lost episodes.
Yes.
They'll be like, that was funny as balls. Those guys are great.
Exactly.
They weren't talking to many people, but they were funny as hell.
And they gave us free stickers.
How many freaking ACDC? Blew it. I said, how many Cheap Trick shirts does that guy have?
Yeah, right. I went through like 23 shows or something, 20 some odd shows without the same one twice. It was something else. Whatever.
People are stupid. That's number two.
That's correct. People are stupid. Now listen, hold up. Let me clear this up. If you're listening to this, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the other people, okay?
The other people, yes, those people. Now here's the thing about that. Like today at work, I had to call a lawyer, and I had to schedule his closing for his refinance on his mortgage. And he was 37 years old. I look at the date, and like the day he was born was like 1980.
You were at high school. You were in high school, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, this guy's a lawyer now. I'm like, it's crazy to think that.
Right.
And you think of lawyers, kind of stuffed shirt and everything. And I was like, you know what? I'll bet you he's, confident in some areas. Like he was talking on the phone, like, yes, we will do this on Wednesday at 2:00. Blah 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 blah. But I'll bet you there's areas in his life where he's dumb as balls.
Yes, absolutely.
With his $107,000 of student loans that he's still paying off.
Nice.
I'll bet you he's dumb as balls in some areas in his life. So, all right. We're going to go on number 3. Don't trust anything.
Well, that's really don't trust anyone.
Let me change that. I don't have anything down here. Anyone.
Don't trust anyone.
Well, yeah, and number 3 only makes sense because of number 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I always keep people at arm's length. It's a good thing to have. Like, my boss seems like a real great guy. And, like, we joke around and have a good time and talk about the old days of mortgages gone by, and things are great, and he tells me I'm great, and I appreciate everything he does for me. But I'm wondering, like, way in the back of my head, is it just a front? Is he really just like a drop of a hat going to put the screws to me? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, business is business. At a certain point, when at the end of the day, business is business. I've had to fire friends. I've had uncomfortable conversations with people that were my friends that were, my senior, and then people that were underneath me too. So I've had it both ways. I get it. You can't. It is what it is.
Yeah. So this is all things that are happening to me today.
Nice.
All right. We're gonna go to number 4. Don't tell anyone anything they don't need to know.
Correct.
AKA, some things are better left unsaid.
Correct.
Yeah. You just muddy the waters, and because of number 2, which is people are stupid, if you over-explain things, it becomes a cluster. So you keep it lean and mean.
Yes, absolutely.
Lean and mean. Absolutely. That's how you keep it. You keep everything in order and everything in its place.
Yes.
And you don't tell anybody anything they don't need to know.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Number 5. My addition. Measure twice, cut once.
That is correct.
Always cover your ass.
Yes. I'm sure we're gonna continue to build on this list here. I had an idea for shirts, and like on the front of the shirt we'll have like one of the Mike-isms. So we'll just say it's all fake. You'll have like a number 1. It's all fake on the front, real big, and then on the back it's both Mike-isms, and it gives like the 10 or 12 or 13 or however many we come up with on the back.
Right. All right. Cool. I agree. Business decision made.
Next week we're going to have music for that little segment there, because nothing is more boring than listening to one of us talk.
I'm thinking it's entertaining.
No, you think very highly of yourself, Mike.
The whole thought process behind it is this 2 friends that get along really good and can BS real well. And not BS as in like tell lies, but BS as in just shoot the breeze.
No, well, it's like our thing. I consider us to know a little of everything and a lot of nothing. So take that for whatever it is. So.
Right?
Hey, our friends at White Castle are back in the news, and I have a picture. I had a picture. Let's see where that picture went to. Glad I did all this pre-show stuff. Whoa, this is great. It's not there. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up now. For our friends.
An email you sent me.
For our friends at White Castle. What the hell happened? It's like all my stuff just disappeared, dude. It's freaking crazy. There we go. Okay, there's some White Castle.
I don't know if those are White Castles or not.
Yeah, they are.
They look awfully nice for White Castle burgers.
Yeah, look.
Okay. Okay.
I guess those are special orders or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're like Angus.
I'm glad I spent like hours on pre-show stuff, loading and cropping pictures and all this crap. I'm glad I did that. So when I need them, they're not there.
I do appreciate it.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this stupid thing I'm using here. This is, whatever. Let's move on. White Castle is reopening their ghost kitchen in downtown Orlando. The virtual location will be open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. This is according to clickorlando.com.
Okay, Orlando Sentinel.
So they still have that location, the world's largest one. They just opened up in Orlando. But this is more down. This is more downtown where the streets have numbers and directions.
Right. And fountains on the sign. Did you know that's how you tell the difference between Orange County and Orlando?
No.
Street signs have an orange on it, it's Orange County. If it has a fountain, it's Orlando.
I did not know that.
Yeah, well, that's the shit you learn in the mortgage business.
Yep.
Is it unincorporated Orange County? Unincorporated Orlando? Yeah,
the Ghost Kitchen here, they're opening it up for people who may not want to make the trek all the way out to that tourist area, kind of, where that White Castle is. And here's the beauty of this, and I don't understand this, but just hear me through. This is what they're doing now, and it makes no sense still. I mean, I like White Castle. I had a great time going there. I love White Castle. I've White Castle in my family for over 50 years. I mean, it's amazing. Right. But here's the deal. You can't get delivery from there. You have to go pick it up. So you have to. I thought the whole idea with the Ghost Kitchen was you get it delivered, like through one of those delivery services. But here's the deal. You order on the app, and then you go there to pick it up.
Okay.
You might as well go to the regular place, no?
Yeah. Here's what I'm picturing. Like you walk down an alley, and you knock on the door, and they open the little... What's the password?
Yes.
And then you stick the money in the little tray through the mail slot,
yes.
And they plop out a burger for you.
Yes.
So you're going to go pick it up, and there's not a storefront.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go check it out. I'm going to have to download the app. I'm going to have to order something. And I'm going to videotape the entire process, and I'm going to make a video out of it and put it up so you can see what we're talking about here if you're not following along. But, hey, it is what it is.
You'll have the phone up to the mail slot.
Yes. And then I'll download that Scratch and Sniff app so you can smell the burgers when I finally do get them.
No. Yeah, dumb idea, and yeah, it's gonna go away. No one's gonna go down a dark alley for freaking White Castle burgers. It's bad enough you gotta go to Newark for it sometimes.
Do you think they'll go down a dark alley for some McDonald's?
Whatever. There's the biggest one in the world on Sand Lake Road, where I drive.
Isn't that weird? The biggest McDonald's is not far from the biggest White Castle in the world, right?
Right.
Well,
now here's the thing, right? There's the largest White Castle, largest McDonald's in the world is the corner of I Drive and Sand Lake Road, and I was there probably 2000, maybe late 90s. I've been there, and unimpressive, kind of dirty, kind of dingy, kind of old. I don't know if they've revamped it since, but then you go down Sand Lake Road across I-4 into the fancy Dr. Phillips neighborhood, where you go about a half mile down on the left, and there's a McDonald's right there, not even a mile away from the largest one in the world. And this is one of those specialty McDonald's. Like you go in, and there's a nice line, and there's guys in chef hats and stuff, and they're
making pizzas.
Salads. Yeah, they're doing paninis right in front of you, and you're like, all right, is this a real McDonald's? But yeah, it's. This one particular franchisee, he has a group of stores where he I guess was given permission of some sort to expand on their menu, and I guess that's also their experimental kitchen for new products, and they had all those fancy coffees before they had fancy coffee.
Well, the reason why I brought up McDonald's was they're the latest company to have its private data stolen by a third party.
Oh, God.
McDonald's claims it isn't dealing with ransomware, but store information in the U.S. was taken, along with some customer information in South Korea and Taiwan. The company discovered a data breach after hiring consultants to investigate unauthorized activity on the internal security system. So that's just the latest of people, places, and things to get hacked is all the McDonald's.
Yeah, only the largest franchise fast food restaurant on the planet. Well, is it still the big one?
I think Subway's got them overtaken with the number of shops when you consider company-owned and franchise stores. I think it's like they have over 15,000 or something.
Yeah, I think that went away with the whole Jared thing. Jared took the company down. Talking about taking it down. Yeah. So let's see. Google.
Bueller.
I guess I'm in a dead zone here in my office. Wonderful.
That's all right, because you know what time it is?
Uh-oh. What time is it?
It's time for our favorite segment, the Alien Update.
Uh-oh.
Buzz, look, an alien! Where?
Are you an alien now?
Alien approaching. Warning. Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous for Earth people.
That's a pretty good profile. He's a little bit of an alien, too. But I think he's an alien. You could be an alien robot, right? Like, not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
Now, Mike, let everybody know what the Alien Update is. Why do we do the Alien Update? What is it?
We do it because you have this weird fascination with certain billionaires on the planet. And I'm guessing you're a little pissed that you're not one of them.
That's correct. You know what I've been thinking of? You know what I've been thinking about mostly though lately with this is usually we're talking about Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Gates. I was watching something on one of these history channels or something, and they were talking about the Edison and Tesla thing. How those guys were kind of butting heads. And ironically, Musk owns a company called Tesla now. So is that the same thing? Is that like Edison and Tesla? Is this Musk and Bezos now?
The original gangster aliens, the OG aliens.
And then you go back in time. I don't have anything in front of me, but maybe there was a couple philosophers on the planet at the same time. Maybe Socrates, Homer, all these people who... whatever, you know what I mean. There's always been these two different alien races that have been disguised as humans that have superior knowledge, superior wealth, superior everything. How are these people not aliens? And how have they not been around? They've been around is what I'm saying. Edison and Tesla were aliens. Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Gates, all those guys are aliens. Edison, alien. Nikolai Tesla, alien.
That's great.
All right, well, there's one of Elon Musk's cars. And a pretty funny thing is this is the Tesla Model S long range. Lost several miles of range after a Musk event. Let me explain. Less than 6 hours, and this is according to FoxNews.com, less than 6 hours after Tesla's delivery event for the top-of-the-line Model S Plaid on Thursday night, the automaker reduced the estimated range of the entry-level Model S long range without explanation. Prior to the event, the Model S long range was listed at 412 miles when Musk referenced it during the event, but now it's 405 miles. And the real funny thing happened was during the event, a reporter or somebody shouted out, "Yeah, that's like 420, give or take." Because the whole thing with Musk being on somebody's podcast, smoking weed with them, the Joe Rogan show, he often uses the 420 number, which is a reference to weed, of course. But anyway, I thought this was pretty funny because even when they did their funding, they went public at 420 a share. So I thought, oh, that's kind of related.
Really? Now, is that 420 or $4.20?
No, 420.
I guess I'm out of that game.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Right.
It'd be great to buy that stock for $420 now. Really? But here's the deal. Here's the deal. This Model S long range has a starting price of $79,900. It can accelerate to 60 miles an hour in 3.1 seconds.
That's like motorcycle numbers.
The tri-motor, 139,990. It's a $140,000 car. It's called the Plaid. It's not the long range. It's called the Plaid. It can do
got the Plaid.
It can do. That's my favorite color, by the way, Plaid. It can do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
Totally necessary.
That's like that Top Thrill dragster, the thing we were talking about.
We were talking about
last
week. It's crazy.
Who needs that?
No one needs that.
Who's using that? Here's
more things to break, like we talked about before. The more inter blah blah blah. You make these cars, more things to break.
If you're looking at the video, great. If not, go check out the video. But it's up to 1,020 horsepower at peak charge. You can go 390 miles. You can go up to 200 miles an hour. And again, 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds.
That's trouble. Unreal.
In a 15-minute charge, you can go 187 miles.
Wow, that's impressive.
Tell me these people ain't aliens. I mean, I'm just saying, dude.
And you know what the thing is I learned a while ago, and of course I was, I missed the boat on this one too. It's not the Tesla and the Microsoft and all these companies that are in our face that are the ones that you can make a lot of money with the stock market. It's these people that make the batteries. It's these battery companies, these mining companies that are looking for this lithium. Those are the companies that you can make a sleeping dollar on.
Well, it's funny you say that, because that's why we went to Afghanistan. A lot of people think it was there to free people and hunt down Osama and all this stuff. No, we go to the Middle East for oil, and we went to Afghanistan for the lithium. They have the world's largest deposit of lithium. The world's running on lithium right now because of all the batteries and all the technology that's needed to run this stuff they're creating. Remember back the first electric cars, the whole trunk was full of batteries.
Yep.
And they had that weight ratio thing where the more batteries provided more weight, which provided less acceleration, less power. So, but nowadays, I mean, it's crazy.
Yep. Unreal.
We sound like friggin' two old guys. Speaking of two old guys, the other old guy here, Jeff Bezos, the other alien that we haven't mentioned yet, he's going to space. He's going to be one of the first people on the rocket. He's going to go to the edge of space. He's going to be on the edge of space for a few minutes. Now, this whole thing, they're like, is it risky for him to go to space? He's the owner of this thing. So check this out. According to Wired.com, Blue Origin founder Jeff Bezos and Virgin Atlantic founder Richard Branson have been working for the past 20 years to get their company's rockets built and launched. Now, both are preparing to suit up and ride their own spacecraft. Bezos announced on Monday that he'll blast off July 20th on Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, riding to the limit of the Earth's atmosphere. Meanwhile, Branson is expected to fly this summer on Virgin Galactic VSS Unity rocket to the same zone. So, again, I apologize. I've been leaving out Richard Branson all this time off the alien update. I guess I better add him.
Yeah, he's a nut.
Well, here's the thing. This ship that Bezos is going on, guess who's flying it?
His mom?
No, close though. No one is. It's going to fly itself. Everything's programmed. He's going to be in the spacecraft. They're going to go to the edge of space, and then it's going to come down. The suborbital, which he's in, will only last about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm picturing something that's going to take off like a rocket and have like an airplane on it or a glider on it, and that's how he's not going to come down in the same rocket, is he?
I imagine so. I don't understand there either. Then the capsule will return to Earth under 3 parachutes and land in the West Texas desert, it says.
Oh, Lord. I put money on the fact that he chickens out before he goes up.
No, he's going to go. He's going to go, and I think it's interesting. Maybe he's trying to go home. E.T. go home type thing,
Yeah, maybe, he's got to pick up something. There's going to be a dropped-off rendezvous point and on the edge of space, and he has to pick up some groceries from home.
The Blue Origin's New Shepard capsule is 100% automated. There's no pilot, and the passengers can't maneuver or adjust the course. The only task passengers have to accomplish is to unbuckle, then rebuckle their seatbelts so they can float around and watch the Earth roll by through the capsule's massive windows.
Massive window. Bad mistake for an Amazon-built rocket. Yeah. Will it have the Amazon logo on the outside? Would it be painted blue? Will they not wash it like they do the damn trucks in San Antonio? Those blue freaking.
Can I get it with my bread and milk in 2 hours?
Yeah. Will it have TV with Amazon Prime?
Yes, that's what I want to know.
That's what I want. I want to watch some original programming while in space. They say how long is this going to take? Is this like a 10 minutes up, 10 minutes down type
Pretty
thing?
much.
Yeah. Wow. Even though it's longer than that, just to parachute from 50,000 feet will take you 45 minutes. But one of his top executives broke my cousin's record when he went up just after that Felix Bamberger guy from Austria. He went up in some kind of self-contained unit, floated right up, and then they just hit a solenoid and poof, he came back down. So that was an executive from Google, and he made it up there and like 24 miles up, and that's nowhere near the edge of space. It's only the stratosphere, but so be it.
Well, we're still with the aliens here. Being we're talking about Bezos, that's one of Bezos' items there with Amazon. That's one of the Echo devices. We've talked about this before. We've talked about why you should opt out of Amazon Sidewalk and which devices. And again, I just want to review this because this is happening right now. What this Sidewalk does is, and again, this is according to CNN.com, Sidewalk is meant to keep your Amazon devices online, or in some cases, devices that have been partnered with the tech giant, like Tile, those little tiles, even if the main network they live on goes down. The main aim is to make smart gadgets easier to connect and eliminate downtime. So what this does is it'll pull data from other people. It's like a community data searching device, Amazon Sidewalk. So
Right.
we don't have enough stuff getting hacked, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We need another way in.
It is like hijacking someone else's network,
Well, they give the list of items, and there's like 6 or 7 different Echoes. So basically, if you have an Amazon Echo, you're screwed. You're on Sidewalk. You need to opt out. If you don't opt out, you're in. And the other thing is on the rings, the Ring floodlight cam, the Ring spotlight cam, wired and the cam mount. Those are all items that are automatically participating in the Amazon Sidewalk. You need to opt out if you don't want people on your shit.
Exactly. Because one thing leads to another, then someone finds a weakness and a way to get in and steal your credit cards and steal your passwords and everything else.
I'm kind of hoping we get hacked. Yeah. This way, when we make the news, as long as they spell the name right, both Mikes, right. I'm happy. Yeah. Please.
Or is it over there? No, it's over there. There we go. Over there. .com.
But I mean, if you had told me that I'm basically going to be home or not be at home, I could be asleep, and I'm going to open up my front door and let somebody come in and take some of my crap. That's what you're doing. You just don't know it. You've invited people in your place to take your crap, and you don't know it.
Yep. And you don't know that they're taking it, That's the thing. When it's too late.
All right, we may have another addition to the alien update. You know who this cat is right there?
No.
Well, in Marvel or DC Comics circles, they would call this an arch enemy or a nemesis of Elon Musk.
Really?
Yeah. Elon Musk's China nemesis survived once, but he has a fight ahead. Apparently, this is a guy who owns a Chinese electric car maker called NIO Incorporated.
NIO? Okay.
NIO. Supposedly, he's like China's version of Elon Musk. He's got money. He's putting out electric cars. I'm thinking Marvel or DC is going to scoop up this thing, and we're going to see a trilogy. Then we're going to have origin stories. They're going to go back with the prequel later. And
the guy looks like, okay, for people who are listening and not watching on Twitch.tv, if Tiger Woods and Justin Timberlake were to have a baby, and the baby was to grow up to wear a blue suit, it would be this guy.
He looks like that Harold and Kumar guy, doesn't he?
A little bit, you racist bastard, but I would say more like...
I don't know which one's which. He's Harold or Kumar, one of those guys.
Now, at first glance, I was like, oh, is that Justin Timberlake? And then second glance, like, oh, is that Tiger Woods? And I was like, too light, too dark. Okay, yeah. Put them both together.
Yeah, apparently this guy's got a lot going on with this gigafactory he has on the outskirts of Shanghai. Anyway, they got like 1 billion people there in China. So if every 10 people buys one, he's still good. That's good.
Yeah, I didn't know they can own businesses in China. Are they like coming into the 20th century? Or at least the 18th century.
It's the business. It's like they do here with the politicians. They're getting paid. Politician, a member of the Congress makes $174,000. They do 20 years in Congress. They retire with $238 million in a real estate portfolio that'll make everybody jealous. Tell me what's going on.
Exactly.
That's here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I hear you.
NIO, his company, delivered more than 20,000 vehicles, all of them SUVs, in the first quarter at an average price of $68,000. Meanwhile, Tesla shipped around 17,000 of its Model Y sports utility vehicle in China, which starts at $53,000. So, in China, this guy's whipping Tesla, whipping Musk in China. Home field advantage.
Unreal. I love cars, and I guess I'm a car guy, to a degree, but I'm cheap. On the other end, you can't be a cheap car guy. It's an oxymoron, and it's ridiculous. I think I got my car at a decent price, and it's almost paid off. But like to the point now, I don't even drive the damn thing. It's been sitting in the garage for like a month, and I've taken it around the block twice in the past 6 months. Makes no sense. I don't want to get rid of it. I don't know, dude. It's bizarre.
Here's my take. One EMP, an electronic magnetic pulse, and it doesn't matter if your car's electric or not. Everything's down. Gas motors, everything's down.
We've been worrying about that since that movie, The Day After, or The Day After Tomorrow, came out in 1983. And who knows? If it didn't happen in the 80s, I don't doubt it would happen now. But I don't know. I'm no freaking historian. I'm no politician. I'm no electronic pulse indicator guy either.
I'm sure you can buy it. I'm sure you can buy an EMP at one of them little stores that they have. Now they're battery operated. No, that's something else. Never mind. I'm thinking about something else.
You know what they're coming out with now? That's better and better, and it's going to get to a point where they're dangerous. And I want one.
What is it?
It's freaking lasers, dude.
Yeah.
Like they like flashlight-sized lasers now can like pop a balloon.
Really?
Yeah, like they were to the point where the cats love them, but now they're at least the videos I see, you can take it and like if you have a water balloon, you can like boop and you can pop the balloon.
Buddy, if it's on the internet, it must be true.
It must be true.
And that is one of my major problems in life. I have a bunch of balloons I need popped. I mean...
That room is still full of balloons?
Yes. I did that to a friend one time. I filled his car with balloons. He had a Mustang, kind of like yours. And a friend at work, he left his car unlocked, so I filled his car with balloons. And I thought that was very funny. They were changing the balloons that they hung from the ceiling at work, so I put them all in his car. And I thought that was pretty funny. And then... So what he did was he wrote all over the outside of my windows, like in a colored marker, drew giant penises and stuff like that, on the windows. So I kicked it up one more notch. I spent 3 hours, piece by piece. I took those paper hole punchers we had all over the office, and I got every bit of those paper hole punchers. I took a piece of paper and made a funnel, and I hand-fed all those into his air conditioning vents. when he got in his car. It was snowing. I mean, it just kept coming out. It was 6 months. He was still finding them little friggin' things all over the car. It was great.
God, that's amazing. That's funny as hell.
Chris, I love you, buddy. You remember that shit, I know.
There's a guy that I remember when I used to work in a supermarket up in New York, and they were renovating the supermarket, and there were cinder blocks on the side of the building, and we all parked on the side of the building. And there was a guy in the fish department. Two guys were friends of mine, and me and one guy decided to play a prank on the other guy. He had like a 1979 or 1977 Ford Thunderbird. So it was about as big as the house. And I got the jack out of my car, and I jacked up the back of his car and put cinder blocks under his rear axle so his tires would be like an inch off the ground. And of course, when we all went out at 8 o'clock to go home, he got in his car, and he freaking put it in drive, hit the gas pedal, went nowhere. And here's the thing, though. When he hit the brakes, his back wheels, I guess, weren't braking enough. So he put the car back into park, and that thing hit the park pin and went...
Oh, no.
I felt so bad. He didn't screw anything up. It was funny as hell. Funny as hell. And then another time, we had, you got that meat wrap that you wrap the meat with, and, the cellophane. I had a roll with a little bit left. It looked like about an inch on the roll. So
go all the way around the car.
me and the same guy did it to the same other guy, and just wrapped his car, wrap it around, over, slide it under, bring it over, slide it under, bring it over,
Nice.
wrap his entire. That's a big ass car.
Nice.
And we wrapped the entire thing. So,
That's
and then there was
funny
another
stuff.
time. I can go on.
Yeah, whatever.
I could go on for days.
That's all right. We got time. We got time. Hey, you know what this is? See that picture there?
That appears to be one of those crappy Apple phones.
Correct. Those are phones, but the apps on there, that's Facebook Messenger. Do you use it? Do you use Facebook Messenger?
I have it. I use it. And sometimes, like if I want to message people, it'll take me over to like a new type messenger that I will not download and not use. So I just back out.
Yeah, that's where I'm at as well.
I like Facebook Messenger. I don't need two Facebook messengers.
Well, they have chat themes now. There's chat themes. So those are different themes you can have for your chat. And then they also have special interest ones. They have World's Ocean Days, F9 for you Fast and Furious fans. They have all different themes. And they also have a system that's for QR codes and payment links on Messenger. So if you're doing business, you can do business on a Messenger, send the QR code. And we have a QR code. I don't know if you noticed, Mike. We are high tech. We are up there. We have QR code.
When I saw our sticker at first, I thought it had a QR code on it, but
no. And that's the other thing I should tell you. I told you a while ago I had some stuff I was going to send you, and the reason why is these things came in 4 days later. These other things took 6 weeks. That's why you don't have them yet. But let me see. Let me pull these out here and show you what you'll be getting in the mail.
Ooh, presents.
Very soon. Now, here's our What's Hot in Florida card.
Oh,
and
cool.
on the back has our Scan Me. And what you do is people take that and they scan it, and it takes us to all our sites, our Facebook, our YouTube, our website for What's Hot in Florida right there. So when we're at events and we're talking with people, this is what they're going to get. All our info is right there, and they can scan the back of the card to get on our site there.
Cool.
Then, not to be outdone, we have one for the show, too.
Oh, cool.
And it gives all our info. And again, on the back there, you'll see the Scan Me. It'll be our special QR code. It's actually called a flow code is what we use. And that takes you to a link, has all our links, tells you how to get to our Facebook, our YouTube, our Twitter, everything we're doing here, our Twitch, all that stuff's on there. And then there's a parent company that owns these companies.
But wait, there's more.
Here's the parent company.
Mike Slofka Broadcast media.
Yeah, and there's
Cool.
a scan on the back there. So, got to make the one stockholder happy. Anyway, you'll be getting that stuff here soon. I got to take it to the post office. I was waiting on these damn stickers for 6 weeks. That reminds me, go ahead and message us. Send me a message. Send me something in the chat. Do something. I'll get you some of these stickers. I got a bunch of them here. I'm going to keep throwing them until people, I don't know. I'll make my wife pick them up later or something. Well,
can someone get on Facebook Messenger and send it and ask for it?
yeah, sure.
Look at that. Tie in. Come all the way around. 360.
Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, so anyway, they're going to do these
Such professionals.
Yeah. They're going to do these QR codes, and it's going to be easier to do business. So I think that's a good thing, but I don't know. I need to see. Here and in the next show, if you're listening to show here 28, you're going to want to listen to show 29 because Facebook is going to be getting in the health business, primarily your health. They're going to be really concerned with your health. I can't trust them with my password. They're going to shut me down and unplug me. I'm going to trust them with my... Anyway, tune in to show 29. Yeah, tune in to show 29. You're going to see and hear all about that from Facebook. But I've been talking about Bitcoin for a while, and Bitcoin's back down again. I think what's going on here is...
people are finding out that it's a frickin' Ponzi scheme?
I don't think it's a Ponzi scheme, dude. I think there's problems. I think there's problems with our monetary system, and I think we're going to some digital form of currency, and you just need to be on the right ship when you're leaving the port. And if you're not, you're not, and if you are, you are. It is what it is.
Do you know what that stuff is backed by? Because I don't. It has to have some kind of backing. And it has to convert to cash somehow, don't it?
Well, so do our dollars. They need to convert to something, but we were taken off the gold standard by Nixon in the early 70s, and it was just temporary because there were speculators in the market on gold. Here we are 50 years later. Every 50 to 60 years or so, the central banks need to unwind. See, they print the money, they loan it to the United States government with interest, then the government helps disperse that money through insured products, through mortgages, through other fiscal-backed products, not gold. And when they need more, they just go ask for more, and they get more printed, and they owe the central bank that interest. And then you pay interest on stuff when you borrow money, too. Well, what happens is that's the Ponzi scheme. Every 50 to 60 years, there's no more Ponzi in the scheme. It is what it is. You need to flush it and start over. They call that the reset. The reset. You're going to be, if you haven't heard that yet in the news, you're going to be hearing more about it. Trust me.
So I don't get it. I don't get this whole Bitcoin thing. I have a friend who I worked with, and it was like $1,700, and he was talking about how awesome it is because he bought it when it was lower than that. And now it's higher, and it must be pretty now. It's at
$37,000 for one Bitcoin, and that's on the way back down. It was almost up to 60 not long ago. So what's happening is the central bank's depressing these values. If you look at the value of gold right now, gold's at a high right now. It hasn't been this high since 2011. It's at $1,900, just under $2,000. Watch for that to be suppressed back down again through artificial means to make it look like gold's not worth anything when that's where you should be, is gold and Bitcoin, in my opinion. You need to be in some sort of digital currency, and you need to be in gold because this bubble is going to pop. I don't know. You just moved. You just bought a house, right?
Yeah.
What, a year ago? Not quite a year ago?
Believe it or not, this weekend is when we looked at it last year. So August is when we moved.
Okay.
But, so we're looking at 10 months, almost 11.
You probably already have built up more equity in that house than you had when you moved in, right?
Yeah, about 10%, it seems like.
In 1 year?
In 1 year.
Now.
Plus, because I live in St. Johns County.
It's up everywhere. I got friends of mine, their houses are up over 20, 25, 30%.
Yeah. It's going to happen, dude. Dude, when I bought last time around, when I bought my house in about 6 miles west of Disney in Claremont, bought it for $93,000. $93,000. And then that was in 1999, closed just after Christmas. And by the time 2006, my divorce was coming, that house was worth $248,000.
Well, that's because you put in an Olympic-sized swimming pool and tennis courts and a sauna, and you had all... Oh, you didn't, right?
Well, we did put in a pool. That cost $24,000.
Right, but you didn't...
And,
you understand what I'm saying? So your house wasn't worth that much more.
right.
Inflation brought the house to that price. That's what's happening now. The inflation's on the way up.
Yeah.
Well, look at gas prices. They're up over $1 or so over the last year. Gas gets everything everywhere. Everything goes up if the gas goes up.
Yeah, and well, people don't realize too is when you raise the hourly wage, that's it's just a
the $15 menu.
Well, Taco Bell, we were just at $12 an hour at Taco Bell because they can't get people in there to work.
Well, God bless them, but here's the thing: just as long as everybody can go home and go, oh, great, I'm making $12 an hour. Now you're going from 40 hours a week to 25. Now, you're still in the same boat.
And the thing is it's not like Taco Bell says, okay, well, you know what? We'll just cut into our profits and we'll cut into what we give to our shareholders. No, they don't do that. They pass it along to the consumer. And then the person that's been there for 6 years, worked themselves up through the assistant manager and closing manager ranks. They're barely making $12 an hour. Does that mean they got an $8 raise? Right, exactly.
No. So Johnny just got out of high school picking his nose. Mom's forcing him to get a job. She's going to drop him off that guy who's never done anything. He's going to make the same as you coming in. That's great. Buddy, we're getting old.
Let's see here. Actually, no, the value of my home hasn't moved in a year. I'm pissed now. I can't even rent it for what my mortgage is. Fuck this.
Sorry. But you probably did well on the house you sold, right? I mean, I don't mean to get all personal. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, we did. We definitely did good. We did good.
So that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say is it's not necessarily house values are going up. They are going up, but it's a cause of the inflation. The dollar's not buying what it used to. It takes that much more. It takes $37,000 to buy one Bitcoin.
Right. Well, let me finish the story.
Okay,
The house went from $93,000, added a pool, but in Florida, adding a pool doesn't really add to the value. It's minuscule.
Right.
So it went from $93,000 to $248,000 in just over 6 years. So we're like, great. I already have in my head what I'm going to make once the house is sold. Going through the divorce, the whole 9 yards, and got a contract on the house. We're like, great, we're gonna sell this house. We're gonna make some money. We're gonna put some money in the bank. I don't have to move in with my buddy Mike. And the contract on the last day of the option period, they pulled out because that's when the market went from going up to going down. So then we lowered the price of the house, and we lowered the price of the house again, and we lowered it again, and lowered it again, and it actually went to auction in the foreclosure market for $95,000.
Jeez.
And now, supposedly, if you look on Zillow, that the house is worth about $225,000.
You're just wrong place, wrong time, man.
Yeah.
That's where I was. I mean, you remember the house where you moved in there for a little while. I bought that at the high. But the thing is, I was printing my own money basically at the time. I was doing legal. I was working legally. I was doing legal things. Well, that's
doing what you do best.
And I didn't care. I was like, oh, whatever. This money will always be here. I'll always do this from now on. Yeah, no, that money ran out a while ago.
Then it became a business decision.
Yeah.
You were living in a house that was worth, say, $100,000. And you are paying a mortgage on $200,000. So It's a good business decision. Cut your losses, and buy the same house 6 months later for half the price.
It was amazing. It was an amazing situation. I never thought I'd find myself in that situation, but it was amazing.
Yeah, it's a reality check for sure.
Hey, real quick here, we're winding down. We got 3.5 minutes. I don't want to go without shout outs to some of my peeps that I like. Gino, go check out Gino Losi. If you're in Florida, you want to go fishing, check out Gino Losi, GinoLosi.com. Google his name, GINOLOSI. He'll take you fishing. You have time in your life. A week and a half ago, he and his 2 clients caught 57 fish between the hours of 9 and 12. 3 hours, they caught 50. That's almost 20 fish. I don't even know. It's 7 fish. That's one every cast. Zzz,
and that's without dynamite.
Yes.
No dynamite.
Exactly. So go check him out. And I want to give a shout out to the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. My good friend Dustin Levine, I'm sorry. They just had a comedy night there. It was very successful. They got community theater type stuff happening there. So please make sure you go check out those guys. Show them some love. Send them some money. Hey, if you can't make it, you're out of the area, just send them a check. They like that. You got anything, Mike? You got anybody to shout out to? Anything to plug?
Not really. Oh, my friend and buddy up in New Jersey, Gene. His divorce is final today.
Nice.
Yeah. Congratulations, Gene. I don't know if you're listening today.
So what is that proper? Do you call somebody as a happy divorce, or how's that work? We talk about isms and stuff, and people talk about little phrases that people come up with, and I came up with one that there's nothing better than a good divorce. People are like, "Oh, I'm happiest on my wedding day," but when a divorce is needed and warranted, there's nothing better than a good divorce. You know what I mean? Am I wrong? No, you're right. I've been there.
And when I said that, my wife was like, she was having a heart attack. She was like, "What do you mean?" And she got all all paranoid, I guess, and was concerned.
It's like taking a huge dump.
Wedding day, like our wedding day, fantastic. We had a great day. We partied and had a great time in the middle of freaking spring break and St. Patrick's Day.
Absolutely.
God. But, when it's warranted and needed, there's nothing better than a good divorce.
I'm gonna end this train wreck there. I think it's a good divorce. I'm not sure we're putting it on the Mike-ism sheet. Nothing beats a good divorce.
Okay. Well,
but anyway, here's our music, and hey, make sure you tune into episode 29. I'm gonna have some amazing stuff there as well, and we'll see you next time.
All right, check us out on twitch.tv/boltmics. Take care, folks.